Good evening, and this is the Smoke That Thunders off air. And we're here with a man who wears two shirts. The first shirt is for Sac events, and the second shirt is for Move Your Sac. The two companies, one is an events company, I understand, and the second one is a movement, a logistics company. I think that's how you say it. And his name is Caesar. Caesar, as in Roman Caesar. So please tell us, what was the idea behind? I'll start with Move Your Sac, the logistics company.
The logistics company is about people who doesn't have information about logistics. They say you don't know how to send something from Africa or from Africa. So we are helping you. And also we're dealing with relocations.
Okay.
I was talking to Yes Flat to have some collaborations with my fellow Ethiopian friend. And we also deal with relocations, mostly corporate and people who are trying to relocate. We help them relocate from one place to another, also from one city to another, for sure.
And which countries are like your biggest customers in terms of shipping?
Mostly we are now focusing on Rwanda. I'm from Rwanda, so we're mostly focusing on Rwanda to Europe and Europe to Rwanda. We mostly deal with taking things from Poland to Germany, or from Germany especially, then to Rwanda, or from Rwanda to Germany. Yeah, we're dealing mostly with that logistics.
Okay. Tu parles français?
Un peu.
Okay. So, and then the second thing is the events company. Of course, both companies are based in Krakow, as far as I understand. So for me, I've also done events. It's a very competitive market. What is the USP for SAC events?
For us, we don't deal with mostly planning events. We also plan events. For example, mostly Afro basketball events, which happen in September, which deal with combining all Africans who play basketball, regardless of the country they're living in, and then who are also diaspora, and they play together basketball 3-on-3. I'm playing basketball too, so that's a good thing to make my fellow Africans to meet together. So mostly we don't deal with planning events, we deal with promoting and managing events. Let's say you're planning events, we help you with promotizing it and then make it like more scale in Poland, also in Europe. Because we don't only deal with Krakow and Poland, we also deal with Germany and Sweden. So we're trying to have a broadened market in Europe.
And I think you've mentioned Germany twice. What's the relationship between you and Germany?
I have a lot of friends in Germany, so it's easier for me to work with my fellow Africans than to work with Polish people. So I try to work with my fellow Africans as more times as possible.
And I think what amazed me about you, Caesar, was you were the first person today to openly network with someone. And I think that was one of the most beautiful moments of tonight's evening, because like you sort of like, for lack of a better word, embarrass yourself, put yourself there, like you put yourself out there and you manage to collaborate with someone. Where does that come from? Is that your personality, something that you've picked up along the way, or it's something that your mom gave?
Oh, thank you. The one thing I was telling to my fellow co-workers when we came in the meeting is that we don't want Africans to compete with each other. We want them to collaborate with each other. That's why you can support each other and make each other grow. So that's mostly why I raised up my hand and try to collaborate with my friend, is because competition is nonsense. It's like, why are we competing when you are doing the same thing and I have things I can do, you cannot do, and you have things you can do, I cannot do. So it's better to collaborate with each other than competing with each other, for sure.
And that's fantastic, because like obviously you're wearing a very bright suit. You're a man who's willing to put himself out there, and I really respect that, because I think that's what we need in the African community, a bit more humility. Because I mean, you're an operations manager of two parallel companies from two parallel industries, but then you still have the humility to actually collaborate with people. So our last question is, what is the future for these two companies?
For Move Your Sac, we want to be the logistics partner. We also want to tap in courier company. You're always seeing FedEx and DHL. We want to tap in that market for sending things across. If you want to send something to your friend in Krakow or in Gdansk, that you can rely on us. We also want to make sure that everything in Europe which are being transported in Africa, we deal with that logistically, and everything that coming from Africa to coming in Europe, we're dealing with that. For Sac events, we want to make it a platform where everybody, every event can market their actions. We want to have a website, we want to have application where everybody can put their actions. And let's say people are trying to see, you go in Germany and you want to see what's happening in Germany. You have to visit our website or our application, then you can see those events happening, either Afro or native for those people. For sure.
Hearing you say that has made me realize why this works, because basically you are a messenger in both industries. For the event, you're the messenger that takes the event from the promoter, the event organizer, to the people. And then for the logistics, you're the person who takes those goods from point A to point B. So I think that makes it very, very easy. But then I said that was my final question. I lied. The actual final question is, you're the operations manager for both. Which one is harder, man?
I think both of them are harder in their own way, because for MovieSac it's harder to tap in the native markets. If I say native market, I mean like a local market, like Polish market or German market, because tapping into it is harder because we normally don't speak that fluent Polish, so it's harder for us to communicate with them and get the market from them. But I think it's more about collaboration, because I have fellow Angolan friends who speak Polish and I don't speak it, so it's easier for me to tap into their collaborative, and then we can collaborate with each other and then have that market. Also for Sac events too, the problem about Sac events is about marketing, because nowadays to market you have to be a big fish. But I think that's where the creativity comes in, and then you have to find people who are more creative, because I'm in operation, I'm not in like creative part. So we have to find people who are more creative, like those people who are trying to put themselves outside there and then help us market our team.
Fantastic. And I think you put that so eloquently. And thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for your vulnerability in telling us about your business. Because, when you interview most business people, they're like, you have to work hard. Then we were like, work hard how?
I don't believe in that. This is what people are likely not to mention. To work hard, yes, you gotta work hard, because also in your job you gotta work hard. But I don't think you gotta work hard only, because if you're working hard on something that doesn't give profit, you're working none. You're not working, right? So I think you gotta find a problem for people, and then you're gonna solve it, and then you're gonna put a small fee to pay for your time and your service. That's all. Because if you're gonna put on high fee, then nobody's gonna pay you, right? But if you gotta solve a problem for someone, start small problem, any problem you can have. I'm having a location problem from one place to another, then I'm creating a location company, right? That's more easier. But working hard, you gotta find first something you are solving, and then you're gonna push it to people. And then, because the reason why you're doing business is not to be employed in the business. We want to get outside the business can learn without us, right? So you gotta first find a problem and then find a way to solve it, and then you gotta put a small fee on it, and then you gotta step out of it and then let it run itself, solve the problem itself. Yeah.
So don't work hard, but problem solve.
Yes. I think problem solve is better.
Right. And thank you so much for your time, Caesar. I've made a new friend, and I'm so happy for that. Merci beaucoup, mon ami. Thank you to our fans, to our audience. This has been the Smoke That Thunders Off Air with my friend here, Mr. Caesar, with his two companies. You saw the cards. We'll also tag his businesses in the post, and you can check out what he is doing. Cheers.